This historic stadium, home to the Iron Horse and the Great Dane, to Wilson and Alvarez. Camp Randall Stadium in Madtown, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wisconsin Badgers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Badgers will kick it away to start. And he's going to run it back. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the tackler. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. Tough, hard-fought game the last time these two met, with Iowa taking a close one.
Yeah, and Iowa making the plays when they needed to make the plays. And listen, I just like watching these two squads, Palmer, because they're very similar. Their DNA is similar. How they build team is similar. Their offenses usually struggle similarly. So it was a nice win a year ago for the Hawkeyes.
And because of that win, David, I think both these teams, they spent a lot of time in ice tubs after the game. The difference is that Iowa did it with a smile on their face, and they're hoping to do that again. They better load those tubs up with ice, because you know this game is going to be physical.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The RPO, fire complete to the left. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, look out, there he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Hawkeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Takes the handoff. It's Avery. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Leaves it with the running back. He's loose at the 15. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're getting this guy lathered up. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. One of the things that makes college football unique, the cool trophy. 72-pound brass bowl here, guys.
72-pound brass bull. I'm not sure how they thought of that, but it's kind of cool looking. Bulls are kind of tough. I guess everybody, when you have a good rivalry, Palmer, I guess you need a good trophy to go with it.
Yeah, and I think one of the cool things about the Big Ten is you got all these trophy games, and now we're adding new ones to the mix. I'm all for it, man. Big brass bowl on a stand. Good news is both.
He's loose. The 40. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The give to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Might as well stick with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play. 3rd down coming up.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On 4th down, they'll run it, looking for the 1st. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Some of the oldest rivalries in the sport come from the Midwest, and the Big Ten, and Wisconsin and Iowa have been going at it since 1896, guys.
Yeah, and for years and years and years, regardless of whether you're a fan of Big Ten football or you're not, or these two schools, if you like hard-nosed physical football, 3-yard in a cloud of dust, good defense, this is your game, and for over 100 years now, fans have been tuning into that.
Well, and I think the competitive nature of this game, too, like the series is almost tied. It's almost identical records, so it just shows you it's going to be a great game, similar styles, and then bragging rights at the end.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, early in the game, I love when you set the tone and make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. Nice job getting him on the ground, getting your 1st sack of the day. Listen, they had 3 last week, but they want to continue to build on that number, keep getting it higher, and that's a great start.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers. Ready to try the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Handoff to the single back. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Offense in an empty set.
That's the end of the first quarter. What's the score? Wisconsin 7, Iowa 0.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 25. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. They're not into 3s. They want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick?
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Makes the catch. It's Pryor. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. And the Badgers want to move quickly. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Skips away from pressure. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
First one is away, and boy. Back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your...
Looking for a deep man. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The Badgers will move the sticks.
That's a good-looking run there. And if you're going to be RB1 for Wisconsin, you're going to be pretty talented. Because you think of the guys they've had in this backfield in recent years, the Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dane, Monty Ball. How about Jonathan Taylor that's getting it done now on Sundays? This guy's got power. He's got speed. He's got shiftiness. He's got all the tools you need to be successful and play on Sunday.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll try it over the left side. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Really good-looking run right there. He reminds me of one of the greatest Wisconsin players of all time, Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dane, who was a teammate of mine with the New York Giants, and he was so good at being patient and setting up blocks. This guy shows that patience as well. Really helps out with the running game because he's not in a rush. He just takes his time and carves his way through the defense.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Now they'll try the right side. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. And the Badgers will hustle to the line. They'll try to run for it.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Looking for space, it's Pryor. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home.
Pass on the way, it's picked off! And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. A strike downfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. And once he got loose, it was all over.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Now on 1st down from the 28. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab. It's Pryor. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll try the run. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. He's got his man. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. He wants to throw. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to move it through the air. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Looking for more room. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Hawkeyes will kick it off to start the second half. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground game on the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
On 3rd down, going up top. Trying to make magic with his feet. And it's a fumble on the play.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Handoff to the lone back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Right back to the well. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty. And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's 1st and goal on the 1. Pushes ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Badgers moving quickly to the line.
It's now 2nd and goal.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And that one will give him the lead. Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Fires to the tight end. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's going to run it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Hawkeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Fires to the big fella. He's not going to get there. Stops short on 4th down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops. The give to the back.
able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the single back. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And he breaks into the open. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, making a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're going to test the right side with this one. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Wisconsin 14, Iowa 7.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout at Wisconsin.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
Now, 4th down.
On 4th down, going to the air. Snags it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Wisconsin.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Badgers are in the hurry-up. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Badger! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding today with major ramifications across the college football landscape. Georgia is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been sicking them since the opening kickoff. They're up by 21 over USC. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Iowa has the ball back on offense. He'll start this drive firing. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. This offense has a 2nd down play. This defense will try to keep everything in front. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Going for the big play. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest up.
Makes the catch. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa!
Iowa, number 2 in the end zone.
Here comes the 2-point try. Trying to surge it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That keeps the score. Wisconsin, 21, Iowa, 13.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick.
Set to kick this one off.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
They are going back to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop, maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue. Guy touches today.
The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, Wisconsin.
Second down coming up. They believe they can run right here. Fights off a defender. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Now on second down. And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. They want to run it left here. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And this is a moment with the lead late on third down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this first down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. He's looking to throw it. He wants a big play here late. Brings it down on the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Into the house. Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Unloads to the wideout. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. On first down, here comes this offense. And they'll take a knee. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.